All right, good morning once again and welcome to a new day here on TV3. Unfortunately, the Benny Blanco show has actually ended. We've resumed a new day and want to say a big welcome to our new sponsors, Vodafone. Power to you or to us, whichever it is. We'll sort it out. We're going to be talking sports now, and prior to us coming on set just now, I mentioned that some people have actually changed their form of transportation to Brazil. And if you saw that short video, then you will also see that with me in the studio this morning we have Mr. Abraham Boache, aka One Man Supporter. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
By His grace, I'm fine.
Good. And we also have Jane Petland, who's from Akwaba Cruises, and TT Katano, also from Akwaba Cruises. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
How are you? Good. Very, very nice vessel there you have. I was just looking at it, I was thinking, wow, now we have other ways to get to Brazil. First off, why the boat? Why a cruise, TT?
Okay, basically, we have been following this project. The company that was following this project is called Amazing Ghana, has been following this cruise liner for over 2 years. And when Amazing Ghana, a gentleman by the name Daniel Vanderpoy, got in contact with this cruise liner and been following up to bring it to Ghana. Not specifically for Brazil, but Brazil comes as a coincidence that we need to transport people to Brazil. But his initial intention was to get a cruise liner to West Africa. And when he did that, he got in contact with the GTDC, which is the Ghana Tourist Development Company. He gives respect to Mr. Sam Atamils, and also a consolidator who's been in the background, one Reverend Dr. Kwatilai O, who have been in the background to actually support Akwaba Cruises to get us where we are. But the truth of the matter is, Akwaba Cruises is born out of Amazing Ghana, and Amazing Ghana is the main brain that have nurtured this thing to come to Africa, in fact to come to Ghana. If you look at it from a perspective, people don't even believe that a cruise liner can come to Ghana. But here this is for real. The cruise is going to hit the shores of Tema in a couple of months, and believe me, we are going to Brazil on this vessel. We are looking at certain conditions that we think that is the best way to go to Brazil. One, Brazil, you would go to Brazil without accommodation and all the trouble and the wahala, as we will say in Ghana. But the truth of the matter is, on board this vessel that you will board, you are guaranteed accommodation, you are guaranteed your 3 square meals. In fact, there will be tea break and coffee break in between. It's interesting. There is a gymnasium on board this. There's a nightclub on board. We are getting live band from Accra to Natal. So you just can't miss it. And from Ghana to Brazil is 7 days. 7 days we are in Brazil. So between Tema and Brazil is 7 days of entertainment on board. We have live band. We have everything you can imagine that is more or less like a 5-star hotel floating. So seriously on the sea. So that's what it is.
Okay. Now, everything that you just said sounds absolutely great, but I heard the same sales pitch when I watched the beginning of Titanic. And they said exactly the same thing. It's a hotel on the sea. You can have your meals. There's entertainment, and it looked very wonderful when we saw Leonardo DiCaprio dancing around. I'm going to ask you this, Jane. Is it safe?
It's very safe. It's very safe. It's much safer to go and see than go in your car. Statistically, we've actually got a lot of statistics based on it, but it's very, very, very safe. You don't hear about
cruises having accidents. No, especially when there's no chochos on the sea.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Okay,
and it's in much better condition than a chocho.
Yeah, true. I'm going to come to the One Man Supporter, because even when we were watching the video, you were at the front making a speech. Are you going on the cruise?
Of course.
Yeah. Why did you opt to go on the cruise rather than fly?
Yeah, human being must have a change in life. We have traveled all over the world by plane, and I've been with a cruise from England to New York to Australia, all over. But it hadn't been done in this country before. But one thing is that people are forgetting that the sea is part of Ghana. We have to use it. We are forgetting that the sea is also part of Ghana. So this cruise will help us a lot, because this cruise will be there for 30 days throughout the tournament. So it's not just like when you play 3 matches and we have to advance a lot of money, it will be there for continuance wherever Ghana Black Star may be.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper, affordable, and it's convenient. We can get a lot of people in one side. So when we are talking to them, talk to them in one side.
That's right.
And fortunately for Ghana, most about 70 to 80% of our matches we play on the coastline.
At Natal, sir.
Yes, in
Natal,
first match is in
Fortaleza,
Natal, yeah.
Salvador,
Brazil, yeah.
only Brasilia,
Yeah.
which we play 2 matches or 1. It depends where Black Star will place themselves at the qualifying stage. So from Natal, we move to Fortaleza, we fly to Brasilia and come back to the boat, and we move to Salvador, and then Rio. So we are operating alongside the sea.
Yeah.
And it's convenient to fly. It's difficult to fly. Some people are run all over by this. But when they were on the cruise, you're already in your house or your room.
Okay.
You can even watch matches, other matches when Ghana is not playing. There's a cinema.
Yeah.
It's not TV, it's a cinema inside.
Titi, I'm going to ask you this because obviously this is the main question that most people are going to ask you. How much is it going to cost them?
Seriously, the cost in cities is about from the lower class, like a hotel operates. You have,
Your standard
the
rooms,
standard
luxury
the luxury
rooms.
room, the junior suite.
Yeah.
They start from like 13,700 Ghana cedis up to about 38,000. We have the levels and the grades because some of the suites are, the combo.
But people have to realize that this is not just a boat going and coming. It is your accommodation. It is
Yes, your
your
accommodation, your meals.
It's your entertainment. So is it safe to say that on board it's fully inclusive?
Fully inclusive, and this is for 35 days. So whether Ghana qualifies to the finals or not, we are there to watch all the
whole
matches,
tournament.
the whole tournament.
The
Yeah.
match tickets are included.
Yes.
The match tickets are
Match
included
tickets.
as well?
All of the ground transport is included.
Right.
One internal flight for the game in Brasilia.
Yep.
So and we handle
So
everything.
literally you've taken care
You don't
of
have to-
everything. Crossed all the T's and dotted
Yes.
all the I's
Yeah.
to ensure
Yes.
that it's a one-stop shop.
Yes.
People don't have to lift a finger. They just have to come and let us do it for them.
Okay. I'm going to be applying for my leave very soon. Titi, we'll talk we'll talk afterwards. But in regards to obviously the supporting, now you said that when you're docked, you can take up to almost 2,000
Yes.
occupants on the
Yes.
ship.
Yes.
So that means at the point where you're docked, even other supporters of Ghana can actually come on board.
Yeah, what it
Is that
is what it is people might not want to join the cruise from Accra.
Right.
They would want to fly in, and if you have any accommodation problems, we will be able to take you on board, stay on the vessel throughout, and you can fly back to Accra. So people are making reservations to come and sleep on the vessel when they get to Brazil.
Right. Okay.
So they are flying in there, but they will do everything else on the vessel, and then when they are ready to come, they will fly back because accommodation is really, really tight.
There are limited
They are
spaces for that.
And the
but
seats are seriously the lower seats, the 13,700 seats. Consolidators have blocked them already. People are paying for those seats. So if you don't book, ASAP, you wouldn't get the 13,700 seats, the cabins. You'll be
There's a
getting the
very
higher
few-
one. Yes,
there's a
they
very
are
few
not
of
much.
those
So
available.
if you're really, really interested,
People
you
say
might as
Ghanaians
well.
are broke.
And it's interesting. The whole idea of this cruise ship wasn't just because of Brazil. There was another option. We were looking at doing, journeys in Accra, like from Tema to Takoradi, a night away from home. Move up the coast,
Nice.
dinner for 3, dinner for 2, dinner for a family. You could have a wedding on the vessel, and all these things have been factored into. Bringing the cruise liner was not really for Brazil, but Brazil comes as a coincidence. But the original idea was to have parties on board the vessel, to have dinners, like for instance, couples, singles, leave the port and then travel out and then come back. So seriously, it's a package that Ghanaians are really, really going to enjoy after Brazil.
Okay. 2 more questions before we actually wrap up.
And after Brazil, Canada is also on board
We're going to Canada after.
with the vessel.
I'm talking to TT afterwards, don't worry. 2 more questions. First question. Are we going to paint the boats red, gold, and green with the Black Star?
it would be good.
50 people on a vessel, colored and, wearing the Ghana colors coming to Brazil.
Indeed.
Even Brazil will be scared that almost 1,000 people are coming to the stadium. Man,
Yeah.
it's going to be fantastic.
Especially the noise that we
you can't afford to miss to be on this kind of
imagine
boat.
that. I want to say a big thank you to all three of you for coming in this morning. This has been Abraham Bwache, the one-man supporter. We've had Jane Petland from Akwaba Cruises and also Titi Kateno from Akwaba Cruises. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
welcome.
Titi, we're talking afterwards.
That's it.
We've got entertainment coming up in just a few moments. Don't miss out before we wrap up here on a new day. TGIF. The weekend's almost here.